Powered by Virginia Radio.
We on Tspills and we she ready crew. Hey, yo. Good evening, good evening. Happy Wednesday to you all. I hope this week has met you well. I hope today has been all right to you guys in the midst of the rain, in the midst of the storm. I hope that everything is well. This is another beautiful month that is approaching. This is the month of October, the 10th month. We're going into complete divine perfection, right? And as we move into this new journey of this new path, of this new beginning, of this new thing, new mindset, everything is just being renewed and renewed. Who better to kick off the month with than DJ She Ready? One of Portsmouth's own elite.
Yes.
Come on.
I am elated to be here with my girl Tspills. Yes.
I'm elated for you to be here also, DJ She Ready. Yes. So, look, bringing you on, right? We've been talking about this for a minute. But it's finally here. This is finally the date. And as we bring awareness to domestic violence as well as breast cancer awareness, as we bring this awareness, I just appreciate you stepping on to something so handy. Accepting the challenge with me or something so handy.
Most definitely.
So before we get into all the heaviness of what the month brings, let's stay on a lighter note and tell the people a little bit about who is DJ She Ready.
Well, first and foremost, I am Queen from Portsmouth. Portsmouth, where y'all at? Come in, share, talk. Let's do this. And also, first and foremost, I'm a mom. So, and everything that I'm about to name that I do is because of that job right there. That mom job kind of make you step out there in all kind of ways. So, first and foremost, again, let's talk about Reach the Tat. Shout out to y'all. We'll see y'all tat season. We've been 11 consecutive tat seasons. We definitely love Portsmouth, and we're happy to be with y'all every year. Also, I am a DJ and a comedian, as well as a notary, a child care provider. Also, I'm getting into a little pharmaceutical. I got COVID swabs for you all. Just want to keep everybody safe, okay? Also, I mean, the list just goes on, but definitely a child of God always. So let me just say that.
Most definitely. Shavik, shout out to the big G.O.D. Yes, the leader of me. I respect that. That's dope. So with all the hats that you wear, right? And like you said, with the mother being the center of all the hats that you wear. How do you find the balance to wear all those hats efficiently? Because I've seen you DJ, I've seen you do comedy, I have seen you put on your hat and step into a building. So, and you do all those things very proficiently. So how do you find the balance of keeping all of that balance?
I would say, like, just having a purpose. So the purpose is doing whatever I feel like God is directing my heart to do, and the kids, whatever it is gonna orbit around just making sure that they grow and they're strong in mind, soul, and body.
Beautiful answer.
Thank you.
Beautiful answer. I love it. Okay, Miss She Ready. So we're okay, again, with mom being the center. So what catapulted the next hat after the mom? What was the next step?
Okay, so it's almost like you have to go through to get through.
Facts.
So I had a trip and fell in a marriage one time, right?
Okay, trip.
Okay, boom. Bow. Stood up, was married. Okay, yeah. So then, fell out of it and I had got divorced.
Okay, you fell out of it.
Bow.
Okay.
So now, as a mom with 2 small children, what do you do to provide a living for them, yet make sure they don't feel that it is going from a 2-parent household to a one. You figure out a way to become an entrepreneur so you are working for just as much money but less time. Because the time is the thing that I cannot get back. The time is the thing that is most important to me. So I just made sure everything that I do, I can kind of maneuver around my time with my children.
Facts. I like that. That's a great way to think of it. And y'all guys, make sure that y'all tap in and tune in tonight on Tspills with your girl DJ. She ready. Make sure y'all call the line 757-964-9367. Again, that's 757-964-9367. Hey, Chef Toro.
How you doing?
Make sure you call in, tap in, tune in. If you want to talk to and answer any questions, this is your time. Okay, so as you do the entrepreneurship, because that's what it sounds like was the next thing. So picking the field of being a comedian, how did that come about?
Well, yeah, I was about 5 when I had to wear these like real thick glasses.
Bifocals.
Period.
Okay, man.
Yeah, so they was thick as a snicker, and I just couldn't stand it. You in the hood and these.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so
Say
you in it.
Say what you want.
So you in it, you people weren't ready to joke on you and stuff. You got these real thick glasses. You either go what? Barbecue or mildew. You hear me? I had to be Mountain Dew. It is what it is. So I started joking back, and lo and behold, it was just a natural thing. So then stupid just came naturally. Right. I stopped getting, sent to ISS, and, they started saying, well, bring your contract, send me an invoice. So it just kind of changed from regular stupid to professional stupid, but I'll take that.
Professional stupid pays too.
Period.
Professional stupid pays. So
Yes.
yeah, keep on doing that. That's theball.com. So with transitioning from the comedian head to the tax head,
Yes.
how did that come about?
Well, you know what? It seems like all of it is around two things. Everything that I do surrounds some type of marketing, as well as some type of being therapeutic or like helping people. So if I have a customer that came to me and felt like the 3 or 4 years prior to coming to me, things were just messed up, spilled all over, I'm gonna clean it up, and then we'll be doing business for the next 10 years. So that's what it is so far. And I'm going to continue to learn so I can kind of catch anything y'all need me to know, bring it my way. If it's something new, I'm willing to explore it and figure it out and get you a maximized refund. We are at 1201 London, Suite C2. Want to throw that out there, Regency Tax. Catch your back like chiropractic.
Ooh, you better say it. Y'all heard him. Hit her up for all your taxation needs, okay? Listen, now, when you go from that hat, now we're going to dive it in to your DJ hat, because this DJ hat is stupid. Now, you talk about the comedy being stupid. This DJ, listen, I don't know if y'all ever seen her DJ. Y'all ever been at an event. Oh, but baby, she be ready. So come on, tell she keep me on the floor all night. I was on the floor all night. How am I bartending on the floor at the same time? I was talking about I'm slipping slapping, but I ain't stopping getting that money. But I'm slipping slapping though, baby. It's hard. Listen, come on now, DJ G-Ray.
Hey, yo, shout out to all the disc jockeys, all the DJs is out there, man. People can have a party, and they can pay $1,000 for the caterer, $4,000 for the building, $2,000-$3,000 for the decorating. Shout out to my sisters. Want to shout out Summer's Eyes on the Pier. She's a great decorator. You want to do all that stuff, right? But people are going to remember 20 years from now if they had a good time or not. So it is imperative that the DJ entertains and make people have a great time. If you came in there upset, it was an argument on the way to the building, none of that's going to matter once you give me the mic. It's over. We having a ball now. It's like all DJs come like Tylenol, but when they throw me that mic, baby, we Tylenol with codeine. Period. DJs hit me up. I come hype your part up.
For sure. And she will. Oh, yeah. Throw out there you a hostess as well, man.
We'll do that. I will host. I will MC. I would do it all. Hey, y'all, share this, man. Y'all about to come follow my girl Tspills, man. She making sure all that just have a platform to come speak everything we want into existence. Everything we doing, we just want to put it out there. And she definitely making sure we got that to do. This my baby.
Listen, look, cause it's my girl, man. Listen, I see all the greatness. I've witnessed all the greatness. I haven't been a part of all of your greatness, but just in a small time, in a short period of time, like she definitely stay ready. Like she not just using that name because it sounds good. She always ready to go out here and get the bag. Like period, big bird, big bird. Say it because she's not lying. Like and as a woman, right? Doing this, right? And I know times have to be challenging or difficult. So how do you kind of like stay afloat in the difficulties, during the difficulties?
Just as a woman in general, try to stay prayed up. That's all I can tell anybody. You know, not that I'm perfect. I'm definitely still in my walk. I'm bow-legged. God know my heart. I'm bow-legged in the walk. You hear me? With a broke kneecap, but I'm trying. I just try to, just make all decisions from my heart. Whatever I'm doing, if it's about the bread, whatever it's doing, it's just coming from my heart, coming from a good place, and that's where it starts. And I really feel like, from there you go far. From there you can go anywhere. It's like TCC. When you do stuff from your heart and just be genuine, from there you can go anywhere.
Big facts. I love that.
We can see them like hollering at us. Yo, we just hollering at them. Hey, shout out. I see you, baby sister. I see you, Deacon. Oh, yo, mama. Hey, Miss Cookie. We ain't met yet.
Come on now. Big shout out. Shout out to Looney. Shout out to Malika. TBD, the one who sponsored me. Big shout out to Envy Cuts. If you need your locks twisted, tight, and dyed, fried, laid to the side, baby. Go holler at it. You need some plaits, some cornrows, some braids, some twists. Look, she a lady. And if you need the little edge up, the close up, the touch up, she got you on those needs as well. Go check her out. Envy Cuts, Western Branch Boulevard. Stay posted. She is on my flyer as well as all on my page. So just check her out. Envy Cuts. You go to Envy Cuts on Facebook. You go to Envy Cuts on YouTube as well. Check her out, y'all. Yes. Big shout out to Loud Seabrooks in the building. Always got me powered by Virginia. Big shout out to DJ Toro sitting in. And he brought us this Fight Like something. What is it? Fight Like a Girl. Now. Oh, he got some cigars and whiskey on this side. I didn't see that one. But he Fight Like a Girl. He got a lot going on, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. That is Chef Toro on Facebook. Check him out. He got a lot going on. I like the reason why you're doing this, so this is super dope.
Yes.
In loving memory of Diana. And as we talk about this, because y'all know I'm with this, because this is one of them, what this month awareness is, breast cancer awareness. Now, as we are becoming more aware, women, go get your mammograms. Men, go get yourself checked too, because they have a breast cancer for men as well. So everybody is in this fight together. So make sure, and to any surviving breast cancer, women or men, big shout outs to you. Those who are struggling and or dealing with this struggle, just keep on keeping your head up. Because one thing I've realized about cancer, right, is that when they have those people in there, that's the one place where they have nobody to encourage them. They leave them in room with other people that's going through the same thing.
Right.
They don't push no type of encouragement in there.
I would love to go do a comedy set for them.
Yeah, so I don't know. This Tspills offer herself. I would go in there and be an encourager to people because I don't know how to go about doing that, but I feel like I've heard that over and over again, and I've even witnessed it. It's a sad place. And you can't take a person while they're already down and make them worse. That's not beneficial or helpful when we understand that the mind is the first medicine for anything.
Right.
Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think sickly and that's all you thinking, you're gonna remain sick longer. If you think overcoming and wellness, your recovery is gonna be a little bit quicker. Sometimes the disease just gets the better of you, and that is also the truth as well. However, and we become more proactive people because we always like we're good. We always are nonchalant to the things that are very important to us, and we prolong the stuff because it ain't so easy to do or to talk about or to understand or go through. But the quicker that you find out about it is the better. Right. So let's make sure we're being very diligent and aware, and make sure you check out Chef Toro's page for all the other details concerning this, because this is a very dope very, very dope event. I'm gonna make sure I try to be in the building. If I can't, I'm gonna donate, but I'm gonna definitely make sure I try to be in the building for sure. Oh, that's super dope. So y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in for real. Awareness, man. Okay, so as we talk about
breast cancer, I wanted to chime in on that.
Breast cancer, yeah. I'm gonna say talk about it.
One of my favorite, most supportive in my life survivors is tuned in right now. I see you, Deacon Ross. Now, if I ain't seen nobody take counsel and put her in the chokehold, take her down, put her in the figure four, it was you, and I want to shout you out for that. Hey. I love you, baby. Yeah. Aunt had some beautiful locks, and before it could take her, she said, "You know what? I'll donate the locks." And smoking. Where that head was smoke. You the prettiest milk dud I've seen. Earring was bad with it too, baby. That's my baby. She beat that and she finished with her masters at the same time. So shout out to you. Run the bell with a degree. That's how you do that. Hey y'all, drop some hearts for.
Let me drop bow. Because I like that. That's big.
Yeah.
Big shout outs to her for that. Yeah, big shout outs. Yeah. Big shout outs to that. Yeah. I can't even really say anything. It's just like, man, that's super dope. Because you can only imagine like what we go through with our own little strikes, but to go through that and have a terminal ailment while doing it.
Right. And she finished. And I just want to tell you, you are my biggest role model because she'll miss none of my stuff. One of my biggest supporters, but I am so yours.
I know that's right. Oh, and as we talking about that, I got a little confused on whether this was Lupus Awareness Month or not as well. But I'm not really sure about it. I seen it on the thing, so I'm not really sure about it. But just in case it is, my mom, one of my biggest supporters, definitely is a survivor of lupus. Big shout out to her. As she deals with it every day, and as she's been dealing with it for years. I want to say more than 10 years.
Shout out to you, Miss Cookie.
How dope she is for that, and how much I admire her for her tenacious spirit to still go through. And how I had to sit back and apologize, and will apologize to her publicly for not understanding her better, and going through her transition, because that's a lot going on. A person, a woman changing and altering all of herself. Yeah. So, big shout out to my mama. Big love, major love.
Big love.
And you're definitely dope, and I definitely admire and love you so much for your strength. And is there anything else you want to talk about breast cancer before I move on to domestic violence?
No, just if you're going through it, keep pushing. Yeah. Stay prayed up. Family, love on them. Love on them always. Just help them keep going. So we are in your corner, here, near and far.
Yes, facts. I like that. So as we go to domestic violence, I start out with domestic violence. I am a survivor, I guess you would say, of domestic violence. I have experienced it. And domestic violence is a broad thing, right? Because a lot of women have experienced domestic violence, and men, and don't even recognize it. Because let's understand, men have really suffered domestic violence as well. Physically, emotionally, mentally. It doesn't always have to be physical. It doesn't always have to be emotional. It doesn't always have to be mental. But it could be any of those and or a combination of the three or any way combined. Like, um, the sense to control.
Right.
And for some people, the sense to be controlled. Let's really talk about it.
Right.
Some people like to be controlled.
Yeah.
Some people don't feel like it's love for whatever reasons that they feel this way. They either look for this, because I've known females who look for guys to abuse them.
Right.
And if they don't get abused, they don't feel loved. And then I've seen the reverse of that.
Right.
You know, as men as well. They don't like women who don't act the ass. And then I've seen some the reverse of that. So we'll dig into that a little bit deeper as the month progresses. But I did just at least want to belly or piggyback off of it a little bit. Because it's something that's very serious. People lose their lives behind it.
Right.
You know, people go through things concerning it. So definitely it is something to take serious and to consider and to make sure that if you are in it, don't prolong it. Don't wait until you get tired, because you may not make it to the tired point. It may become too late.
Right. Yeah. I always say, if you don't know what's gonna happen when you turn the page, stop reading the book. Now I know we don't always know how things are gonna end, and you want to see it through. But when it's your life, when your book is a life, it's something different. And then if on them pages the characters in the story are your children,
come on,
you might not go on here and rip the page out. Don't burn the book up. If you don't know on the next page or chapter if y'all still living in this book, go on, stop reading.
Facts.
Period.
Because it can lead 3 ways actually. You could end up killing them out of trying to save your life. They can end up killing you out of trying to end your life. Or guess what? Somebody else could end up dying. Maybe one of your children. Maybe somebody else in the crossfires of what could have been avoided.
Right.
That somebody just being bold enough to say,
this ain't it.
This is not it.
Right.
And know when to use the resources that you have. You're not a snitch if you call the police for your life.
Period.
That's what they're there for. Utilize your resources that you have. But then understand, don't play with people's lives though also. Don't do that and then get them out and then y'all back together. Don't do that either. Like, we have to really be truthful with ourselves in this time. It's no more time to walk in facades. Like, this is your life. Your only one you get to get. Yours. Nobody else's. So it doesn't matter about what they think, what they feel, what they say. It matters about you. So if whatever you're doing in your life is not producing fruit, if it's not productive, if it's not taking you or elevating you, you need to let that thing fall off, because it's anchoring your life, your very being, your very growth, movement, all that. So.
Right. No, I totally agree with everything you're saying. Sometimes people don't even know if their light is being dimmed.
Talk about
you cannot allow your light to be dimmed by another individual. We all have our own light shining. And everything you do brightens it. But if you got somebody that is purposely dimming it, you need to walk away.
Facts.
And ladies, I get it. We be in love with different parts of them.
Come on, the potential.
Okay, we be in love. You be and then some. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I think that and I will say this. It seems like in poverty, because we all are on the bougie side of poverty, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in poverty, we have sex early. We have babies very early. A lot of things are different. If we were, a little richer, Oprah, I don't even think she's a mother yet, but she still could be. I'm just saying. When we are, if you're a millionaire and stuff, you may be trying to keep your body a certain way or whatever. You may not start having children until you 40, 49, 50. It's different where we're from. Most of us have children sometimes in our teens, early 20s, and that is how life is.
True.
And because we are having sex so early, sometimes we're not completely understanding the meaning of love.
Facts. Love and lust is
It's totally two different things. A lot of us is using sex to find love. That ain't right.
It's not.
Somebody should love you long before you making love to them. And the older we get, guys, y'all ain't making it easier for us either. Y'all coming real hard. It's a man in the room. I don't even want to get on no eye contact. I ain't gonna look at. I ain't even gonna look at him. No, just joking.
You better come on.
I'm just saying, hey, guys, y'all are just as precious, and everything about y'all is precious, just like us. I try to teach my son that as well as my daughter. You know, let's just talk about virginities. Are there any virgins on the line? No, it was crickets. It was crickets.
But not in here. They exist, they're just not in here. But they're somewhere. They exist, they're just not. You know, because I mean, where I gonna put them? Okay, so yeah, they do exist. They're just not in here.
Right.
And I feel like, go ahead where you were going.
Go ahead. I'm with you.
Go over there.
All I was gonna say is we could start over. Hit the do-over button. Shut it down. Yeah. Clink it up. Shut it down. Click it. Somebody had text me that one time. I don't know who might have texted me to tell me to click, shut it down. But they might have been right. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you really gotta take a step back and think about it.
But shut it down is real important. I'm glad you said that. But the reason why I suggest to shut it down because you get time to deal with you. Right. See, because sometimes we go out here and we look for people to fill spaces in us that is not their job to fill.
Right.
It's our job to understand us and to know what we desire and what we want. But if we never take time for us, with us, and our new self, because see, hold on. We're quick to say, oh, let me reintroduce myself. I've been saying that's the new mantra or whatever. But are you really reintroducing yourself? Right. See, because let's understand, as evolution comes, there's going to be a constant reintroduction of yourself. If you really want to be honest. Right. So that's why when you take breaks in between people, sharing that energy, sharing that whatever, you need time to readjust because you have picked up some of their shit as well as you have left deposit some of your shit out. Right. And maybe they have not balanced back up right. So you need to get yourself back together and aligned before you go out here because now you're going and replacing what you just left because you don't have no new idea of what is going to fit the new you because you haven't even gotten to know who that is. That's why it's important to clink for a quick second and reboot yourself. It is not about the person or about neglecting whatever but then, yes it is. Because sometimes you need to neglect yourself of what you want. Because you will never really get what you need if you always give yourself what you want. That's big facts. Right. Listen, we have to take some time to know who we are. Because everything about us is an inside thing. A lot of stuff comes from the outside, but it's ultimately how we internalize, how we deposit it back out, how we process it. So all of these are internal things. If we deal with our inner as much as we make this outer look ball, we'll be winning. Everybody will be on top. Right. But we wanna neglect that inner, cause that's that real work. Cause it takes nothing to put on. Everybody can put on. Everybody look pretty nice in the room. It takes nothing to put on. But I bet you we all got our own things that we dealing with that nobody would know anything about. Because that's that inner thing. Right. Inner is more important than outer, baby. If we take that time, but go ahead. I'm sorry, I had to talk about it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Why I say the clink.
And I totally get everything she's saying. She basically saying you need to take the time to heal. Okay, so I like metaphors. So we all dress up and we looking like a neighborhood of model homes, but ain't no family living in them.
Come on.
Ain't no furniture in them. Come on. It's hardwood floors. I like hardwood floors, but I'm just saying there's nothing in these. We looking like model homes, bad as on the way. I love this shit, pretty.
And you do look real nice wearing it, so y'all can't see my green.
But we have to heal from the inside out. It ain't about these bad black blues, period. I'm just saying you gotta heal from the inside out. And before I spoke with let me shout her out too. I call her Doctor, Miss April Chisholm Jet. She basically talked about plucking the root of healing, allowing yourself to heal. Why do you smoke those cigarettes? Why did you pick up that extra eating habit? Why did you pick up sex as a habit? Whatever the habit, the vice is, because we all got a vice. There was a healing that needed to be done before any of that happened. So now we got to internalize that. And it could have started as a child. For real, you look around in the room, you seeing people that's 40 and 50. For real, they ain't nothing but that same little kid from Project Draft. Period. That's me. Shout out to the Dub for life. Also, you know, I'm just that same little me. You know what I'm saying? But why this little me doing this? Why this little me doing that? This little me ain't healed.
That's why you still little me.
Period.
That's why you couldn't grow up.
You learn how to put little liquid band-aids on stuff, but you ain't allowing it to heal.
And then let's understand that every wound doesn't require band-aids.
Right.
Some wounds require surgery.
Yeah.
Some wounds require stitches. You know what I'm saying?
Some require air.
Come on.
You just gotta let the air hit it.
What needs to be applied to it.
You remember when y'all was little, you be like, Grandma, put something on it. Shut out. Let the air get to it. You know what I'm saying? Air is healing.
It is, though. But the body naturally heals itself. We go back to the mind. Because if your mind is already healed, if you're already claiming victory. See, sometimes we just, again, shifting our mindset into, I'm on a 90-day challenge, right? Where I only speak positive things over myself.
Beautiful.
It's very hard because you don't realize how much you say little this. Oh, I can't say none of it. And when I do, I have to catch myself and I got to reframe, refocus, regroup, get it back together. But it's really challenging though because you don't realize how much you down yourself. And I said that to say, that's dope that you said that because that's what we talking about this morning too, about vices. And that's what my pastor talked about last night on Bible study. Being mindful of your vices. In this season, being mindful, first of all, go back to your mind again. Okay, I know I keep saying the same thing. It's repetitive, but it's a basic formula to everything. And it really starts with your mind. First, you got to be tapped into the source. So you need to be tapped into God. Tap in. Then your mind is going to flow. What's your mind flow? It's going to give you all the things you need. It's the downloads. It's coming through. Boop, boop, boop. You go through it, penetrates to your heart. You filter out what you need to filter. And then it becomes actions. And for me, these actions of not saying these words is difficult because it's new and it's challenging. But I do want to encourage y'all. It is doable. And now y'all can take the 90-day challenge with me. It can start today and we can end on the next day. I mean, this day, the 5th, in 3 months. So that'll be November, December. Just speaking positive over everything. Just not even just yourself. Like, just positive everything attained to you. I am her best cheerleader. I'm everybody's best cheerleader. I don't cheerlead myself, though. You gotta do it. You gotta have something for you. Pushing yourself in this newness. That's how the maturity level of understanding your purpose and your worth in the process. In everything is so necessary. We got DJ, she ready. We be building like this all the time. I gotta get back. This is definitely
Mr. Torenzo Tarlin says, be mindful of your vices. That's exactly what we talking about. Yeah. Just be mindful. Everybody's vice is something different. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, let's talk about it.
I'm actually finding myself being more addicted to running lately. I've been extra busy, but it's been on purpose. Not to sit down and think about things. Sometimes you don't even know what you're running from. But there's a reason now to pick up and can't sit down. I'm going to figure it out, though. And that's when you come back to your mind. You got to pray about that thing, pray about discernment and understanding. But when you say that, be ready and prepared for how it's shown to you.
Yeah, because they going to come in that package, that cute little discernment package.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to give you a lot of stuff to discern.
Right. Right. You might lose some folks. Yeah. Might lose some things you thought was solid. Some places, some people, some things. Yeah, all that is about your renew, about your healing, your start over. You get to be a virgin again, in a sense, with y'all old asses. I'm just saying, in a sense. I'm saying, you get to start over something.
Start the clock over.
Bird. Hit the button.
Yes. So, when we going with vices, I still like where we at with vices. So as we conquer our vices, first of all, as we acknowledge what our vices are.
Right.
First of all, have to acknowledge what it is. Yeah. And after we acknowledge what it is, and then you figure out, I guess, I'm getting like now we have to figure out what is the best way to fix whatever it is, because the vice really ain't the issue. It's the reason why you need the vice that's the issue. So go back to what you were saying about what Dr. Jet told you. So once we figure out what is it, okay, we're gonna use smoking cigarettes.
Right.
What is it? Boredom.
Immediate gratification.
Hand to mouth addiction.
Oral fixation.
Yeah. Oral fixation.
No, I don't even like the way he just said. What we said. See, the man is in the back. I ain't gonna look at him. I'm not gonna look over there.
We're gonna put the camera on him in a second. Over there making these noises. But it's a lot of things for those. So then, how you fix those? So I'm just trying to say something as simple as one of my issues. So, being in places where I can't smoke cigarettes. So if I'm working more, I'm not smoking as much. Hand to mouth addiction. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for that, because if I smoke more weed, I'm gonna be too high, and that's not gonna work. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that part. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't want to go to eating. So I've been thinking, like, I've been trying to supplement. So I've been working out a little bit. I don't go to the gym or nothing, but I go to the port side, go to the waterfront. And I jog, run, walk fast, do the little football exercises, do little stuff like that. So I do that. Mm-hmm. Like, cause I smoke for anger, frustration. So when I get frustrated or whatever, I try to move. So I either exercise, I clean up, I try to find something constructive to do. Mm-hmm. That's how I've been dealing with it, or coping with my vice is smoking. I'm just the reason why I use that, just try to use something practical to show you how you can tackle it. Because I know sometimes we say a lot of things, but without instruction. And so sometimes the instruction is necessary, so you can maybe see a clear framework of how it can be done. Right. So I'm just showing you how I break something simple down as smoking. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, smoking is the vice. However, it's all those other things that are the issues and why I smoke. Because if it won't smoking, it would be eating. That's a hand-to-mouth addiction. Or to be biting my fingernails. Or maybe biting foreign objects. I don't know what it would go to. I don't know. I smoke chewing gum, maybe. Right. I don't know. It'll be something, though. So, some things you can replace with better things, and some things you just got to fix the root for real. Because otherwise, you're going to keep trying to find things to replace it with. Right. And when you keep running out of things to replace it with, you're going to either revert back, because I've done that before, because I stopped smoking cigarettes for a year before and went back. Or you're going to find something probably worse. So I would just suggest trying to find a way to deal with it. And as I deal with it, since that's one that I picked out, I'm going to come and bring out updates. Right. Maybe at the end of these 90 days, see what I'm talking about.
Right. And for me, I think that I haven't decided on stop smoking yet. I don't want to lie. I haven't even decided. So I got to start with my mind. When I decide, I'm going to let y'all know, because I have not decided just yet. But I got to change my mind frame. When I finally get the mind frame there, I think the best thing for me is going to be finding a reason that I need to do it. Not that my health ain't a good one, but it obviously ain't good enough at this point, and that's my problem. That's what I got to deal with. Figuring out, because I'm trying to wait till a doctor say, that's it. Don't light another one. I don't want to do that. I want to be like, I stopped because of this, because of that. So I'm trying to change my mind frame. I ain't got there yet. The mind is not always, it's a strong muscle, but it's hard headed and unloyal sometimes. It just don't do what it's supposed to do.
That's bad.
You know what I'm saying? How many times I done killed somebody?
Oh yeah.
I said that on live, so you know something wrong with this man. I'm tell you something.
You ain't killed him yet.
I took a life in traffic earlier. Ain't that? I might have.
You might have.
I might have. I'm just saying, like, it go a lot of different places, but I needed to go stronger there for me. So y'all pray for me for that one. Appreciate that.
No problem. Definitely for that. But it's okay. I mean, but you're honest though, and let's talk about that too. The truth should set you free. I've been talking about that a lot.
Yes.
The truth is something that people overlook and is so underrated. It ain't about being real and all that. That's bullshit. The truth. See, let's keep it, because you can't be real if you don't know truth. Right. It's just not gonna happen. Right. So let's deal with the foundation. The foundation is truth. The truth should set you free.
Right.
If you're not being truthful, that's the reason why a lot of us are not free.
Right.
Gotta tell the truth. And it's not for other people. It's for yourself.
Right.
The truth is freeing for you. The truth ain't freeing for other people. It may free some other people. It may not. But it's definitely freeing for you. Walking in my truth has done a lot. Now, it's not always a comfortable place to walk in your truth. No, it's not. It's very uncomfortable to walk in your truth sometimes. Especially when you're around people who kind of are just looking for something to kind of like judge you anyway.
Right.
And then sometimes it's just not, because maybe it's not a person that you're that comfortable with,
Right.
in a certain degree. But nonetheless, however comfortable or uncomfortable it may be, the truth really does set you free, man. I'm telling you. And it opens up so many more doors for you when you start really walking in your truth. That's why it's so important for you to know who you are, because if you don't know who you are, then it's kind of a little bit impossible for you to walk in your truth.
Right. Right.
Now, you could be truthful about events,
Right.
but see, really walking in your truth again comes from an inner place.
Right. Right.
And it helps you be accountable for you, because your truth is going to hold you accountable more. Accountability, and that's also another thing we're going to being mindful about your vices.
Right.
Accountability. We have to be accountable, man. Don't nobody want to be accountable. Everything is because of somebody else. No. And if it is, that says a lot about you. That means you have no control over your life at all. If everything in your life is because of somebody else, baby, then what are you doing? You a puppet.
Right.
Because you have no control over nothing. Now,
Right.
one thing that you control, everything is because of somebody else. That
Right.
you need to start get mindful of what you say out your mouth. Listen to what you say before you say it.
Yeah.
Some things don't even make sense to you, and if you listen to them, you wouldn't even probably say them.
Right.
We just must do better. This is not here to bash you. This is just to throw out the urgency of just really being more aware, being more truthful,
Right.
working on healing,
Right.
understanding you, taking breaks to get yourself together.
Reevaluation.
Come on.
Yeah.
And
Reevaluation.
maturation.
Right.
What is one way you can say that you have matured, or what area, I guess, however way you want to answer it, either how have you matured, or in what area have you matured the most in over the last 5 years?
I would say as being a parent, I've always strived to be an amazing parent to my children, but over the last 3 years, I stepped out there and I became a foster mom. So not only did I parent my children, but I had to parent children that needed someone to fill in that void in their life. And to me, it just made me a better person, a better parent. And, it almost gave my children just a different outlook on life. Sometimes we go so hard to make sure that our children don't feel the things that we felt growing up, but it made us who we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go through so much that they don't go through it, right? So then I had other children that I needed to step in and be there for in that way, and I had to look at things from a whole different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What if these children were me without the support that I had to get through things that I went through?
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that alone in the last couple of years made me a better person and a better parent to my children, being there for them.
That's dope.
Right.
That's dope. Would you say that going forward and stepping into this newness that you have going on as well, would you say that what would you give? What kind of advice would you give to a person who was starting something new and or leaving out of something and was unsure? What kind of advice would you give to them?
I guess it depends on exactly what the new was, but I will say this: whatever the new is, keep looking forward. It was a reason you were stepping towards the new. Keep going. Don't look back. Take the rear view off. Throw it out the window. Just keep driving forward. Keep pushing. Keep going. Whatever you got to go through to get through. I tell my team, I used to coach basketball and softball for children, and I always tell them and my children, if it's easy, it won't be worth it. If it's worth it, it won't be easy. The words of Bob Marley. And that is just respect for life. If it's new, you got to go through to get through. Go on through it.
Facts. Big facts. You got to go through to get through. Can't skip the process, man.
Right.
The process is necessary.
Right.
The journey is what it is. Enjoy the journey, man.
Yeah.
Just show up every day. Show up every day and enjoy it. And expect disaster to come.
Right.
See, because life is balanced. And I'm not saying that to be pessimistic, but to keep you optimistic. Because that's the truth. If we understand that the shit is gonna hit the fan,
right.
Let's understand. Look at how perfect it works though. The shit hit the fan and fall back down to the ground, right? And guess what grows from shit? Some of the best crops, some of the beautifulest flowers. Okay. Listen, so in the full circle has to come. So expect that shit to hit the ceiling, right? But guess what? It's gonna fall down, and it's gonna grow a lot of things for you and produce great fruit. But I want to tell you to expect it, because I don't want you to set yourself up thinking that once you get over this and once you come over this hill or you reach the top of this mountain that, oh, it's going to be peachy cream. No, it's only going to be a short-lived time of that. And it's reason in that. Because comfortability breeds what? Stagnicity. Because when you're comfortable, you don't move as hard. Right. Because why are you comfortable? I'm good. I got the money I want. I got the mate I need. I have my kids doing what they're supposed to do. The car right. The money right. Everything right. So what am I going to do? See, uncomfortability comes to stretch you, to shift you, to propel you, to move you, to
help you grow.
Yeah, it's not a punishment. It's a necessary instance that has to happen so that your reaction can be your action. For real. I'm just saying.
That's how you learn to cook. Yeah. By making mistakes.
Come on, that's how you learn to do anything.
That's how you learn to do anything.
I learned how to do this, making mistakes. You know how many arms I used to say when I first got up here? Natalie was sick of me. But I kept doing it. I kept showing up with my arms, and then my arms became words, and my words because I became more comfortable. Right. You know? And sometimes comfortability is a good sense of it, but then I had to get uncomfortable. Why? Because I had to stretch myself because it's more for me to do. Yeah. And to say it.
Right.
I don't know.
And any organism in life, anything, if it's not growing, it's dead.
Come on. Talk about it.
So you want to keep making yourself uncomfortable so you can grow. If not, you're dead. Dead.
Or do you want to just merely exist?
Right.
That's nothing. That means you just here. Right. Just here. Who want to live like that? That's no life. You're not living. You're just existing. You don't want to be that person either.
Right.
Cause that is dead.
Yeah.
Cause you just existing. You ain't producing nothing.
Right.
Good, bad. Like you just here.
Right. So you just gotta keep pushing, keep growing.
Come on.
Keep making yourself uncomfortable. This is how you become everything. Come on. Keep making yourself uncomfortable out there. Everybody do something every day to make you uncomfortable. That's how you grow. That's how you become amazing.
Period. Now, what are the connections that you have, man? I cannot stress that enough, man. Networking, or what are the connections that you have?
Right.
Appreciate the people like Terezo Todd who come up here and he support me most every show.
Very.
Big, loud facts. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you one of your connections. Make sure you continue to just maintain them, you know? Because every connection is not always so personal. Right. But just make sure you maintain them nonetheless, no matter what level, because they are necessary. Because nothing happens by chance. Right. We all have our own our ordained time and place. God's ordained time and place for us to be. You know, like it wasn't by chance that I came here.
Right.
You know, everything happens for a purpose and a reason. It may not fit into our expectation of what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it will be what it's supposed to be. But just show up, man. Just keep showing up, y'all. Keep showing up for yourselves. Keep showing up for the people who depend on you. Keep showing up daily, because God didn't give up on you. He gave you another day to get it right, baby. So for that alone, you should show up and show out. You understand? Somebody did not wake up. They didn't get another chance to get it right.
And I want to fall back on what we were just saying about the growing thing. I had a Facebook post the other day. It was a repost that I posted, but it basically said if you had failure without success, it's like giving up on 3 tires because one was flat.
Come on, make no sense.
So the failure is that one flat tire, but the other 3 are success. So you got to just go ahead and fill that one back up. Go and fix a flat that, patch that up, buy your $16 fixer thing for AutoZone, keep it going. That little failure ain't got nothing to do with that big success that you're going to have. So you just need to, don't worry about the little bit. But like T was telling me earlier today, like you're going to have the pain with the joy. Like, the game with the game. You got to take the little bit that's going to come with it, that's going to help you get through it to get to the strong point of whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all just keep going with everything, with any type of success, any type of growth, any type of, just keep making yourself uncomfortable to get there, man. Oh, yeah. Don't worry about the flat tire. Period.
Yeah.
I drive on 3.
Yeah. Cause when you worry about the flat tire, the enemy come in and he make you think that all the other tires messed up.
Right.
And you know the other tires ain't messed up because you just checked the pressure for the other tires. Right. And all 3 tires is on the right pressure.
Right.
But he gonna make your man think, well, nah, something wrong. It's so yeah, you can't leave her room to come and plant his seeds and mess with you. And seeds of doubt, cause that's what he'll plant.
Right.
Don't doubt yourself, man. Even if you do doubt yourself, show up anyway. Right. I guess you can't doubt yourself for so much. Right. Just show up.
Right.
I didn't, but listen, I had no idea. I just showed up. I keep showing up. I still don't have no idea. I don't have no I just show up, man. I don't know. I show up and I believe in what I'm doing and I keep bringing that energy regardless if it got to just be me and you. I'm going to bring you that same energy every time because why? He told me that's what I'm supposed to do until he tell me to stop doing it. I ain't going to stop doing it, period. Right. One person can watch. I'm going to talk to one person like it's 1,000. 7 people can watch. I'm going to talk to 7 like it's 7 million. You understand me?
Right. That's right.
That's what we going to do. We going to keep talking.
Keep
the same. We going to keep moving. And that's all y'all got to do. We ain't nobody different from y'all. We regular smuggler just like y'all. Straight from the straight street, from the straight. Listen, come on, man. If he can do it for us, he can do it for you. It's just about what you're willing to allow and what you're willing to do because it's going to take some effort, some work on your part, period.
Right.
Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. But you got to get out here and do it. But if you keep showing up, I'm telling you, it may not look like it. I'm telling you. And it may not come when you want it to come, but it's going to come. Right. And that's facts. It may take some time. Not in your timetable. See, because that's when we get discouraged because it ain't showed up. Man, I would have been stopped cooking food because the food truck didn't show up. How long I been cooking food? How long the food truck ain't here?
And the food is good. Y'all make sure y'all go to Tspills and Meals.
It's very discouraging, but you just gotta keep showing up. Today might be the day when the right person got the right finances, is willing to invest in me. But if I don't show up, I'm gonna miss my opportunity. You just gotta keep showing up.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Big period. Look at them over there talking snap. Don't put them out. Come on. Okay. Go ahead and tell the people about what you got going on. Because I really enjoyed you this evening.
And I'm just happy to be here, man. I have some comedy shows coming up. I will be DJing for the Rainbow Gala with Music Soul Child on November 5th. Also, I will be doing comedy with Soul Envy. Y'all follow Soul Envy and Lee P City on November 26th. That's doing something big with it's called Camouflage Corsets and Comedy. So you wear camouflage corset or comedy. Come on out, let's do this. And you know, it's a lot of private events. I want to say I'll be in Hypnotic this Friday. We have a beautiful 60th birthday party going on. So everybody who's somebody that want to come out, listen, y'all, we gonna have a good time, man. That's this Friday at Hypnotic. We got a birthday party coming up Sunday. Out in like the Burbage Grant area. So man, you just can find me, man. Tag me, follow me, DJ She Ready on all social platforms. And I just want to thank Tspills for just like having me, period, man. Y'all, man, we about to get out of here. We about to go? Yeah. Oh shoot. Y'all be positive like my blood tight. And, I mean, I ain't know. I was just talking radio.
You were saying good stuff.
Hey, man, it's a whole lot of stuff you can get back in this world. This is how I like to end all my shows with my part of it, anyway. There's a lot of stuff you can get back. You can break up with your man and get your man back. You can take something back to the store, get your money back. One thing you can't get back is your time. So I thank Tspills for her time, allowing me to come up here and be with her. And y'all tune back in for part 2, 9 o'clock tonight. We outside together again, baby.
Whoop, whoop. Well, I want to thank you so much. She ready. DJ, she ready. My girl from the P, baby. My city. Had to bring her out. You know, this is my boo, though, for real. I really appreciate her. She always has great things to say. Y'all make sure y'all check her podcast out every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Excuse me. We outside, bitch. You better know it. 9 o'clock. I'm going to be up there. And the way I like to end my show is, I thank you guys. Oh, hold on. Big shout out to Malika TBD Envy Cuts again for sponsoring me. Mwah. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here with your girl T. And that means so very much to me. I want y'all to stay blessed, stay up, and stay sucker free. We out. Next week, baby. Hey. I love you.
Powered by Virginia Radio.